Hey guys, Derek here, and today we're going to talk about sex. Now, we're not going to talk about how you do it or what's involved. There's not any videos or tutorials, but what we're going to talk about is exercise and how it actually produces the exact same hormone as sex does. That's pretty cool because you feel pretty good during and after sex, right? So, if you can get that same sort of feeling through exercise and it'll drive you to become more healthy and lose weight and do all these great things, wouldn't you want to do that? I'd say probably. So let's get into it and see how that works, okay? All right, so the reason that it makes you feel good, exercise makes you feel good, not the sex, sorry, is it increases your endorphins, okay? This is a hormone that makes you feel good, and it's a chemical that goes to the brain and just makes you feel awesome, euphoric, elevates your mood, relaxes you. So the response to pain, fear, and sex increases this chemical called an endorphin, okay? It blocks pain, it controls your emotions, increases your immune response, gives you a sense of euphoria, okay? It's pretty awesome stuff. If you could bottle it, probably sell for a pretty penny out on the black market, right? It's very similar, according to testing, to codeine and morphine. Some studies have shown that. And if you've ever had codeine in your medicine, or morphine, if you've ever had surgeries or anything like that, or an injury, that stuff makes you feel pretty damn good. So, endorphins are awesome. And if you train hard, they will increase and make you feel good. One of the things that you've probably heard of is the runner's high. Runners continually strive to get that chemical release from running. So when they run for a while, they start to create stress on the body. Endorphins get raise in the body and go to the brain, and they feel great. They break through that wall, and all of a sudden the running becomes easier, and that's the runner's high. You can get the same thing through high intensity training. It's awesome. As long as you're training, you can get that sort of feeling, okay? I hope that makes sense. What else does this do for you? So we're talking about stress relief, really, not sex. I'm sorry, it's a little misleading. It's all about stress relief, and endorphins will help you relieve that stress. And one of the ways to do that is through exercise. Exercise also distracts you from worries. So we're going a million miles a minute these days. We're all so busy. We all have huge amounts of stress, and we don't seem to have time to get in shape and do the things we want to do. Okay, but if you have made the time, we're going to talk about that in a bit as well. When you're at the gym, like when I go to train, I tune out everything else. I don't really go to socialize. You may go to socialize. That's up to you. I go to get my training in and I leave. And I focus on my movement patterns. I focus on my breathing. I try to shut off my brain, focus on the training, forget about everything else that's happening. It's just me in the gym, okay? And I do the same thing with my clients. You know, we have all kinds of stress-relieving style exercises. We box, we slam balls, we throw kettlebells around, jump around on a TRX. Like, it's just anything to really get that body moving. And when they're training, not thinking about anything else. When you're done training, you're going to have that renewed energy to face the challenges that you had before you went to the gym. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So it helps you, just gives your mind that break, quiets the mind. Some people meditate, some people do yoga, some people train, or all of the above. Okay, it's just another way to do that. Next, it improves your mood. Okay, exercise is awesome for improving your mood. I'm a cranky guy when I don't get to train. My wife laughs at me. She thinks I'm a freak. She's like, dude, go train. You're cranky. And I go train and I feel better. You know, when I start acting up, she tells me to go train. So, you sleep better. It increases your stamina. You're going to have some weight loss. Your self-esteem might go up, right? You look in the mirror and think, man, I'm looking pretty good. That all helps with the stress, right? It also reduces harmful hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. So cortisol and adrenaline are two hormones, unlike endorphins, that aren't good for you. To a degree. So cortisol has its place, adrenaline has its place, fight or flight, you know, you definitely need them. But what they also do is they put a tremendous amount of stress on the body. Cortisol makes you hold water, hold fat, slows down your metabolism, does all kinds of things. Adrenaline, when you get your adrenaline rush, it spikes everything up and then you crash afterwards. So while we need it in highly stressful situations where our life might depend on it, they are very hard on the body. Exercise reduces all of those. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So what do? Get moving, all right? If you are not training at all, then who cares? Just get moving. Do something. Go walk your dog. If you think that you don't have time, that's crap, because everybody that I have met in my 20 years of training can make time. And I'm not talking about 1 and 2 hours a day of training. 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes 3 to 4 times a week is all you need, as long as there's some intensity in it and you have some focus and drive. That's all you need to start to improve and start to feel good and get those endorphins going and getting those great feelings from those chemicals. Get a buddy. Get somebody that's going to keep you accountable. You know, if you say you're going for your hike or your walk or your little bit of a jog or train at the gym, you tell your buddy you're going to be there. That's going to make you accountable. That's going to make you show up. And that's a great way to get started. Okay? So I hope all that makes sense. If you're stressed, if you feel like you just can't deal with a lot of things, get out, get moving, get training, doing something that's going to increase all the good things. Lose some weight, increase the endorphins, feeling better, looking better, your mood improves, and you're just going to feel better in the long run. And as you get going, increase it. You know, if you're training 20 minutes a couple times a week, bump it up to 30 minutes. Change the exercises, do some more high intensity stuff. You know, whatever it takes to make you feel good. There's no rules on exercise. You could go ballroom dancing if you want. Doesn't matter. Get out, get moving. I hope that all makes sense. Exercise equals feeling good, and not just because you've trained, but there's a lot of chemical changes in the body that happen from training. All right, hope that makes sense. Go get after it, guys. Talk to you soon.